Hey everyone, and welcome to the club. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draw the cloak shadow from Fortnite. Let's get started with the inside edge of the hood. So in the center of our page, we're going to start with a point. From this point I'm going to curve out and then down towards the left. Now let's go back up to the top and curve out towards the right. I'm just going to come down towards the same height. And then from the ends, we're going to curve down and in towards the middle. So let's start on the left. We're going to curve down, round out the center. Now we're going to work our way up towards the right side. So we're going to round this out and curve up towards the right. Now we're going to move up and draw on the eyes. On the left side, I'm going to curve in and then down towards the inside of the eye. Let's line this up on the right side, curve up and then out. Now we're going to draw the lower part of the eye. Starting from the left, I'm going to curve down and then back up towards the inside edge of the hood. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Now from this point on the left, we're going to curve down the chin and then back up towards the right side. So curving down, I'm going to work our way up towards the right. Now we're going to add the collar along the bottom. So over on the left side, I'm going to curve down and then in. Let's move over towards the right, curve down and then in. Now about halfway along this curve, I'm going to curve out and down towards the bottom edge of the hood. Let's fill the outside areas in black. Now we're going to work our way around the outside of the hood. From this point, we're going to step over. We're going to follow that same curve coming down and in towards the middle, and then we'll work our way back up towards the right side. Now back on the side, I want to start by going up and then bending that in. Straight up, and then we'll bend it in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start by going straight up, and then we'll start to bend that in. And then from the top, we're going to do a hard turn curving in towards the center. Starting on the left, we'll curve in and up towards the top. We want to just round out the tip, curve down and out towards the right. Now we're going to add a stitch line along the inside. Starting from this point, I want to follow the same curve, going up, then in towards the middle, and then we're going to work our way back out and down towards the right. Let's add some stitches along this line. Starting from the top, we draw a short line going across that line. Step down, we're just going to angle this up and in, come down, and do one more. Let's go over to the right side. We're going to angle this in, come down a little bit on the bottom, and then straight across. Now we're going to add the antlers on the side of the head. Starting from this point, I'm going to curve out and then up. Now let's taper this down, curving out and then down. And we're going to draw a short angled line going up and out towards the side. Now from here we're going to curve around this tip and then up. So we're going to curve around, coming in, and now we'll just pull that up. Then again, we're just going to taper this down, curve down, then out. Let's add one more point curving inward. From here, we're going to curve up and in. And then we're going to work our way back towards the head. Starting from this point, we're going to curve out and then down. And we'll curve in and then down towards the side of the head. Come in an angle and then bend that down. Now we're going to add a few wisps along the top. Starting up here, we start with a wave, going up and over towards the right, and then we'll go back up. Now we're going to connect the bottom and top with a curve, going out and then up. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting up here, we're going to curve up and in, and then turn that up at the top, round this out, and come down towards the bottom. Let's draw one more on the inside. Starting up here, we're gonna curve in and up. Now I'm gonna connect these 2 points with another curve, coming in and then back out. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start by curving up and in, and then rounding out the inside. Now let's move down and draw on the top of the cloak. Over on the left side, start with the shoulder, curving out and then down. We'll move over towards the right, curve in the opposite direction. Now I'm going to connect these 2 points with a curve for the bottom of the cloak, but we're going to add some notches along the way. So to start on the left, we're going to curve down and in. So then right about here, we're going to draw an upside down V. Now we continue over towards the right, curving across, up, add another notch, and we'll go all the way up towards the right side. Let's add a trim along the top. We're going to follow that same curve, going across, down in the middle, and back up on the right. Now we're going to tuck the body in underneath the cloak. So starting on the left side, curve out and down towards the left hip. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with a curve, coming down and then up. Now we're going to add the sides of the belt. Starting from the left hip, we're going to round this out and come back in. And do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to draw that same curve along the bottom. Now I'm going to add a rope texture along this belt. Starting from the top, we're going to curve down and over towards the right. We're going to leave a gap and do the same thing. We're going to continue all the way over towards the right side. Now in the center, we're going to step down and draw the lower torso. Starting on the left, we're going to curve up, and then down on the right side. Now leaving a gap in the middle, we're going to go over to the left, curve out and down towards the left heel. Over towards the right, we'll curve out and down towards the right heel. Let's round out the bottom of the feet. From the heel, I'm going to curve down and then up towards the toe. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now back on the left side, we're going to round out the top of the foot. We're going to draw a half circle going up, aiming towards the heel. But we're not going to go all the way. We're going to stop right about there. Let's add a thick sole. So I'm going to take this curve, we're going to step up, just follow that all the way across towards the heel, and we'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to move back up and draw on the side of the leg. Starting underneath the belt on the left side, we're going to curve out, round out the leg, and then pull that in towards the top of the foot. On the right side, we're going to add 2 ropes hanging down. So let's start with the one on the inside. We're going to draw 2 straight lines coming down side by side. And we're going to add a circle along the bottom. Now we're going to move over and draw a slightly longer rope, 2 lines. And then we'll add that circle along the bottom. Let's add a couple of angled lines coming down the rope. One along the top, the bottom. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. Now let's add the edge of the boot. Starting on the left side, on the side of the leg, we're going to curve down and then up. Line this up on the right side. We're going to come down underneath that rope and back up. Now we're going to step down, just follow that same curve going across. Now we're going to go just up above the foot and add one more curve. Now we're going to add a torn edge of the shirt just underneath the belt. Starting from here, start by curving down and in. Now right here we're going to draw a half oval going up and then down. Draw a slightly larger one. We're going to go up, a little bit higher, and then down. Now I'm going to curve this up and in behind that rope. We're going to continue in between, coming down, and then on the right side we're going to curve up and out towards the side of the leg. Now we're going to move out and draw on the arms. At the top of the body, we're going to curve out and down towards the wrist. Do the same thing on the right side. Now back on the left side, we're going to start with the thumb. We start with a small half circle, curving in and then back out. At the end of the thumb, we'll draw a bracket. Now at the bottom curve of the thumb, we'll come down, round out the finger, and then go up around the bracket. Let's add 2 more fingers. Step down, curve curve down and up the second finger. Now the third finger, we're gonna curve out, up, and in towards the bottom corner of the cloak. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Start with the thumb, and then a bracket. The bottom of the thumb, we're gonna curve down and up around that bracket. Step down, curve down and up the second finger. Now the third finger is gonna go all the way around and up towards the corner of the cloak. Now let's add the cuff of the sleeve. Starting from the wrist, we're gonna curve down and back up towards the outside of the arm. I'm gonna step up and just trace that up, just duplicating that curve. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the inside of the wrist, step up, draw that again. Now the last thing I want to do is add some wings in the back of the body. Starting from the shoulder, we're gonna curve across and then up. Do the same thing on the right side. Now from here, we're just gonna bend this down, curving out and then down. Now we're gonna taper this back in. Starting from the tip, we're gonna curve in and then down. Now we're gonna curve down and then out. And we're just gonna pull this back in behind the arms. Curving in and then up. Now we're gonna add one wisp on either side. Starting above the wing, we're gonna curve out, in, and then back out. Now I'm gonna connect these 2 points with another curve, coming in, out, and then down towards the bottom. Let's take that and flip it over on the right. So we're gonna line this up, curving out towards the right, in, and then back out, and we'll follow this curve coming back down, curving in, out, and then down towards the bottom. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's the cloak shadow from Fortnite. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.